But one thing that struck me, and you mentioned it briefly at the beginning of the podcast, is that there was a piece of content that you posted that got picked up by Adobe Lightroom.
Mm.
I thought that was fascinating. It was there because I use Adobe, and there's always like a shot, and it's credited by an artist before the loading screen,
Yeah.
during the loading screen, right? So walk us through the process. Like, what was that like leading up to creating that content and then getting noticed for it?
That piece of content in general was such a big deal for me because I really just took a second to shoot exactly what I wanted. I was with an agency at the time, and I was kind of being like flattened and commercialized. I don't feel like they understood me, and I thought, okay, I almost felt like I was almost made to feel selfish to want to shoot in my artistic style versus in a more commercial way that would get jobs in. And like, so I was in a weird headspace to begin with. This is 2016.
Right.
And I'm like, I just want to shoot something so unapologetically the way that I want. And that's what this creative was. So I got together with some key like teammates, I guess I'll call them, like stylist, hair, makeup, model, and even on the photography side, like the team that I had, people that just like understood me and vibe with me.
Right.
So I created this 100% on creative terms. I published it on Adobe's Behance network, which is basically like a industry version of like a social network. So it's all creatives. So it's really illustrators, photographers, graphic designers, product design. It's all visual, like anything that you would use like an Adobe product to create. Basically, people upload their portfolios onto the social network, but Adobe actually rates and curates collaborations from people who do well on there. So that shoot specifically went viral on Pinterest.
Okay.
And then also on the Behance network, I got like a crazy amount of views in a pretty short amount of time.
Nice.
And I got an email from Adobe's senior creative director saying we would love to use this image for our next Lightroom cover.
That's
And I was
amazing.
just like,
Yeah, right. I can only imagine. Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, okay, what's the catch? Like, how is this gonna,
Yeah.
like, how does this work?
Yeah.
And it turned out to be
Yeah.
like the best moment of my career for sure. So it was amazing because it was like a stamp of approval from like such a high caliber on something that I literally set out and said, fuck everyone, I'm going to do this for myself. Like, I'm just going to go and shoot something that I want to do. So to get that back off of like taking off my own leash and going out there and getting celebrated for it was like an amazing achievement and accolade professionally, but then also personally, it was like so validating. And that was the best part of it.
It gave you that recognition, gave you the confidence to keep going. Like, as much as people think, that creatives, like, they're what they put out there, they're always having a good time, like they're sure of their work, or they're pursuing what they love, they're following their heart. There's a lot of self-doubt, and from the way you describe that story, I'm imagining that you're kind of at a crossroads. You weren't sure what was happening. Maybe you were feeling in a rut, and that credible source really like put you on a different trajectory.